Now that I have a network connection, I can connect to other computers on the network provided that guest access is turned on. And so here's another computer on the network, and I have by default been connected as guest. And if you recall, that's done in account preferences by enabling this. Guests can connect to shared folders. This is done on the other computer, and as long as this is set, then I can come in. And as soon as I click here, I will be connected as a guest, and I see the public folders on the other computer. I could also connect as a user to the other computer, and now you'll see that I have access not just to the public folders that I could see as guest, but to an account that I logged into on the other computer, and I can access files and folders in that account from here. It's a Finder window on this computer looking at another computer's data. Now, I could also look at another user on that other computer by going into the users folder and to see if I can find anything there, but I don't have access to go into this folder, I believe, and so I will try to go inside this folder, and you'll see I don't have access to the documents folder inside the VTC folder. I'm going through the Finder to the other computer as a guest, or in this case as a registered user. And I'm going to now do another type of sharing. I'm going to access that computer as if I were sitting at that computer by sharing the screen. Now, rather than looking at the files and folders on the other computer through a Finder window on this one, I now am able to share the screen with the other computer. And so what I'm going to do is to log in to the other computer, and a connection is being made over the internet, and I'll show you how that's done in a moment. And here I am on the other computer. I'm looking at, I can see it across the room, I'm looking at the other computer, and I am able to come in here now and go. Let's just open a Finder window on the other computer. Things are a little slow because I'm going across the network. And what I want to do is to come into the Documents folder. And I know it's hard to read because it's a little bit smaller than the normal display that we're looking at, because we're looking at the other computer inside a window. And I'm going to come up here to Get Info for the Documents folder. I'll close this. And what you can see here, I'll click the lock so I can make changes. No one except VTC has access to the Documents folder. We'll come back to this computer. And I'm looking at the Documents folder here for VTC, and in this case, I'm going to change it to Read and Write, close this, and I have now made the Documents folder accessible through this Finder window. Let's do that again so that you see what's happened. I don't have access through the Finder on this computer to the Downloads folder on the other computer. I can change that access using screen sharing, select Downloads, come up here, Get Info, log in. I am running on the other computer now. Change access for the Downloads folder to everyone, and now I have it available here. So by logging onto the other computer, I can change permissions so that I can access things in the Finder. So there are two ways of going over to the other computer. One is on the network through the Finder. The other is by actually connecting to that computer and controlling that computer from here. And how does that happen? Well, let's talk about .Mac.